Because nowadays nobody thinks on those lines, you know. So if somebody is putting a question on similar lines, then definitely he is a Jain, I would say. He may be non-Jain, Muslim, whatever it may be, but if this is the question that he gets, then you should. Nowadays nobody thinks on those lines, you know.
They feel that I am holding a secret કે હું કંઈક પાછળથી કંઈક કરતો હોઈશ જલસા મારવા માટે એટલે એટલે હું ઓકારે બધા જલસા ઓકાના જલસા છે હું એ જલસા નથી કરતો.
Yes, yes, yes.
So they are thinking that I am having something anyway.
Yeah. मंगलमय मंगल करण वीतराग विज्ञान नमो ताहि जाते भये अरिहंतादि महान करि मंगल करि हो महा ग्रंथ करन को काज जाते मिले समाज सब पावे निज पद राज. Acharya Kalp Pandit Prawar Todarmal ji, who was considered as a scholar of scholars, right? Teacher of teachers, like that, you know. So he enjoyed such position in his contemporary scholars and he was very respected. Why he was so much respected? Because his thinking were on the lines of acharyas. What acharya would have thought, similar thought Todarmalji also had. So he was considered to be a great philosopher in the sense that he had made things easy for us to follow. And as we can see that the kind of analysis that he does, the last week we discussed about the passions and on the rise of each of these passions, whether it is anger, pride, deceit, or greed, then all the 9 quasi passions, when there is a rise of these kind of karmas of passion, then what the soul undergoes through, that vivid description, that can only be explained by Pandit Todarmalji only. Even acharyas have not dealt in so deep into this kind of subjects. So we are very fortunate to have this text with us, although it is incomplete, but it is for us totally complete because it shows us a path how to comprehend the spiritual scriptures. And that is very important. Once you know the technique, how to understand this, you can understand on your own, right? So it's a very interesting discussion. And today also we are going to discuss about the cause. What is the chief cause of our misery? So Chaitanya Prakashji, you tell me, what is the chief cause of our misery? So I should hear your voice once in a class. Every time I forget to check with you. So you may not put on your video, but you can always answer, right? Or you just start the class and go away and you don't listen to the class. How do I know? Yeah, Chaitanya Prakashji, are you there? Unmute yourself and answer. Otherwise, I will move. I will think that you are not there. And if you are not there, then it's a very risky thing, you know. Anyways, we leave it to that. So today we will be discussing that whatever the efforts that this mundane existence soul does are all false. And why it is false? The reasons are being explained here on page number 77. I would make you a co-host, Darshit.
Sorry, last time આપણે try કરી હતી to make me a co-host and share, and I'm struggling with the whole thing. I don't know why.
Get in touch with your tech-savvy friend and sort it out, you know, next time.
Sure. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna
Because
log
there is
into
nobody else
Zoom
who
from a
can do
different
right now.
device.
Yeah.
Okay, just give me a second. Let me see if I can do it from a different device and see if we can share it that
I
way.
made you a host. You just try. Otherwise,
Not on this name. Just give me a second.
okay.
It'll be logged into a different one. So just give me a second.
I think today I forgot to put a reminder of the class. In fact, yesterday I should have put in. So maybe people are not aware that today's class are there or not, or some people, some students must be busy in preparing for the exams.
Yeah, there were some issues with the exam, as you I think
Yeah,
know.
but now it is sorted, and even like even if you want to give exam after 1 month, no issue.
Yeah. Okay,
I
okay. So you made me a co-host on this. So you say
Yes, both,
share,
both.
and
First, you have
how
to
do I?
open the textbook in that um on the desktop, and then subsequently you come to Zoom and click on the share screen, and you will always find that textbook open up in that screen. And just you click there, and below there is a option of giving sharing.
So
Yeah,
there it is, right?
yeah,
So we're
yeah.
on page 77.
Yeah, 77, one page earlier.
Yeah. And whereabouts are we? I can't remember.
Yes. So if these are fulfilled, from there we are going to begin today.
Okay. So yeah, I can share it this way. This is easier for me.
Yeah. So this is easier, and you have to just enlarge a bit, this.
Okay, sure.
Yes. Further,
Okay.
further. You can go one step ahead. Yes. One more. Still there are space. Slightly this side. Yes. This
Sorry.
side. Have to balance it out. Yes, 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 yes. Fine. Absolutely fine.
Okay, okay.
Okay, fine. So
Yeah.
this is your full screen on. You are having a full screen, This is what you are.
Yeah, this is exactly what's showing on. Yeah, I'm getting the screen as it is.
Okay, fine. So if these are fulfilled, okay, if these are fulfilled, then by mitigation of passions. So here mitigation, it means upshaman. Upshaman means uh, mm, reducing. Okay. If these are fulfilled, what they mean by these are fulfilled? Means the passions, you know.
Yeah,
Uh, Due to the rise of passion, there are certain conditions happening on the soul. Now, some desires are coming up, right? So if these desires are fulfilled, then by mitigation of passion, so that passion gets reduced to that extent, the to the extent that the desire has been fulfilled. Now, if you want to do bad of myself, okay, and if you are able to do that, then you will be happy that, oh, I have taught him a lesson, right? So that is what they indicate here. It's being indicated here. If these are fulfilled, then by mitigation of passion, misery may come to an end and one may become happy, right? Because your desire has been fulfilled, so you become happy. But the accomplishment of those purposes is not under the control of efforts made by him. Now, why it is so? Can anybody give a logic? Chaitanya Prakash, are you there? Now I have to call every 5 minutes, Otherwise, this class will go like this and you will not be able to understand this thing. These are very important concepts. So tell me, Darshit, you are the only one right now.
yeah. So the fulfillment of our happiness
Hmm.
is, we think it's because we are doing something, but actually it's not because of that. It's already been pre-written.
Right.
So we may feel that by doing this or that, I'm getting happy or sad for that matter.
So what is being said about fulfilled? What is, if these are fulfilled? So what is this?
The desires.
Yes, desires. So that is the main point, you know. If these desires are fulfilled, then what happens? Like you want to express anger, right? And do something bad of mine, and that has happened. So to that extent, your desire has been fulfilled, right? And
Yeah.
the extent that desire is fulfilled, you become happy, right?
Yeah.
To an end, one may become happy. But the accomplishment, you may desire that something bad might happen to me, but I have my own auspicious and inauspicious karma. So if there is a rise of auspicious karma of mine, you may desire and you may put in efforts to do bad to me, but nothing will happen to me because I
Hmm.
have my auspicious rise of auspicious karma. So the accomplishment of those purposes is not under the control of efforts made by him, means made by you. Okay. So you may try, you may involve some other persons also, do bad to that person, I will pay you so much money, you know, but
Yeah.
you will also be not be able to affect me, you know, in any way because my punya karma is on the rise, right? So he
Right.
will not become an instrumental cause also, and I will not be affected. Okay. So we always live in the fear, like not we, but the people in general believe in this universe that some omen may come to him, somebody may harm them. You know, those kind of fears are always there with people. Like if you are going alone in the night, you may feel that let's see, somebody is not following me or some, you know, something like that. So,
Hmm.
but if you understand this theory, then you will never be feel fearful. That's why the right believer is fearless because he knows the nature of things that somebody may try to harm me. But if my rise of punya is there, my rise of auspicious karma is there, then he will not be able to harm me in any way, you know, just small decisions and your life is at a entirely different level. You are fearless, you are confident. So all this brings happiness automatically.
Hmm.
So it depends on destiny, right? It depends on destiny. It's not under the control of efforts made by him. It depends on my destiny, okay, on the other person's destiny, because one is seen making various efforts, but the object is not fulfilled. Moreover, making of efforts is also not under one's control. Again, independent of nature of things, you know, making of efforts is also under not under one's own control. It depends on destiny because one thinks of making various efforts, but not a single effort is seen materializing. You may try that this month I will make a profit of 1 crore and you may, you know, run pillar to post to get that order, but you're not getting it because your auspicious karma is not there. Your inauspicious karma is on the rise. So on the contrary, you will make losses, you know, and the other person who's having a rise of auspicious karma, without putting in any efforts, he will get that order.
So Rajesh, I have a question if you don't mind.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, this question I think I've repeated many times, and you maybe try to answer it in various ways. But I always bring this point that you're making right now. It depends on your destiny,
Right.
rise of auspicious karma or inauspicious karma.
Okay.
Then when we talk about these religious classes, for example, or dharma or dharmic, whatever we are trying to learn,
Hmm.
and then we talk about purushat in the same way, making
Yeah.
the effort.
Right.
No, that's bringing a lot of confusion for me actually.
Yes. So the confusion is there because you have to understand the real meaning of efforts, purusharth. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you mean by purusharth? Putting, taking tons of uh, product on your head, that is a Purusharth. What is a Purusharth?
Purusharth to me just means effort, putting in effort
So
into whatever.
effort practically in what terms? Let's see, when I came to Nairobi, I had only 500 rupees in my pocket. And today, because of my acumen, business acumen, and because of my intelligence and because of my contacts, I have made $1 lakh million. You can say like that. But that is not your efforts. That is destiny. What is your efforts? Efforts in terms of our spiritual knowledge means decision. Only decision, nothing else. In terms of efforts, what you can do, you can take decisions. You can understand the concept and make a decision, right? That's unless and until my rise of inauspicious karma will be there, nobody will be able to harm me. Now, what efforts you have to put into this, you tell me. It is a decision. Nothing else. So whenever we talk of efforts in our spiritual scriptures or anywhere in Jinwani, it is always the Tattva Nirnay, decision about the nature of fundamentals. That's all, nothing else. 7 fundamentals, nothing else. Now, 7 fundamentals includes everything, because under Jeev, the soul comes, then under Ajeev, all the other 5 substance comes. So the universe consists of 6 substance, and that we are covering in the first 2 fundamental elements only, right? And then we have, of course, have influx, bondage, stoppage of influx, dissociation of bondage, and then we have liberation. Okay, so if you are able to comprehend and understand the 7 fundamentals, you are a right believer, because your understanding is correct, your decision about these 7 fundamentals is correct, so you are a right believer. That's all. So whenever we talk of efforts, right? So now we were discussing your question time and again is coming from the fact that when we put everything on destiny, then efforts become futile, right? That is what you want to say.
Yes.
So that is what do you mean in terms of efforts? So when you decide that whatever efforts I make, but it depends on destiny. So this again, you have to take a decision here.
Okay, I
So
get that.
when you take a decision, the efforts is included in that.
But don't we then say that the decision is also pre-written?
Decision is also
It's
pre-written.
also, yeah, it's like destiny. The decision is also destiny.
So like, when there is any action that is taking place, there are 5 causes, right? Panch Samvai. We had discussed earlier also, and even 2 classes ago, I also gave you a reference of this scriptures only. Page number, I think it was
441.
441, right?
Yeah.
So there the Pandit Todarmalji has explained it such a nice way, that you have only the decision in your hand, nothing else is in your hand. So you comprehend, understand the concepts and arrive at a conclusion. So your conclusion matters, and that is the effort, right?
Okay, so let me do this. I'll read page 441 and then I'll come back with this question rather than spoiling the class right now.
Okay, fine. So that day also I gave you a homework, right? Because I know this is a very important question. Even after studying for 20-25 years, people don't understand what is effort. And Todarmalji has written in very clear terms that, let me read that one line itself, that will bring confidence in you. Yes, liberation through right effort only. 441, right? And I'm not reading the whole one. I'm coming to the conclusion. It is there. So page 443, middle paragraph, there is a answer to that question. Okay. Not engaging one's upyog in ascertaining the tattvas is his own fault only. That paragraph you got?
Do you want me to go to that page?
No, you don't go. Just those who have a textbook in there with them, they can just check it out. So on page number 443, the middle paragraph, therefore, the one line that I want to read, therefore, chiefly, one should make effort to engage one's upyog, active consciousness, in the ascertainment of tattvas. That's all. Only your decision about the tattvas. Okay, that is the effort. Nothing else is effort. And whatever sermons are given, they are meant for effectuating such effort only, Purusharth. And by such Purusharth, the Purusharth of liberation would get effectuated on its own. So you see, so your job is to just ascertain the tattvas, understand the nature of tattvas. That is the effort. Okay. So, this is very important. So even when we talk of destiny, so it is not only destiny that is doing the things. There are other four causes. Instrumental cause is always present. Then we have the right time, kal labdhi. Then we have purusharth, the right effort, and the nature is always present. So there are 5 causes for any action to take place. Okay. Swabhav, nature. Okay. Then bhavitavya, destiny. Kallabdhi, right time. Effort, right effort, that is Purusharth. And Nimit, instrumental cause. So anything to take place, any action to take place, these 5 factors will always be there. But there is a limitation of talking about one of the factors at a time. So I can speak of nature, I can speak of effort, I can speak of destiny, I can speak of right time, I can speak of instrumental cause. I can speak any one at a time. I cannot speak 5 things together, right? So that is the limitation of language. But as far as the work is concerned, all the 5 factors are present. They have equal weightage, 20% each, So I may talk of efforts, because if you are lethargic, I will talk of efforts. If you are putting in hard work and still you are not getting success, I will say destiny. If you are putting in right efforts, even if the destiny is there and still you cannot make out what is the cause that I'm not getting success, then I will say, wait, right time must come. So there are different ways of interpreting the same question. I can answer from 5 different angles, and each is correct. But now, what the Acharya practices, they will see that Todarmalji has given a very good example for this in the 8th chapter of this book that we will be taking up next semester only. Okay. So this semester we have 3 and 4th chapter. The next semester will be 6th and 8th. Okay. And then we will have 7th and then the last one, 9th. So this is the sequence that we go through. So in that 8th chapter, he gave an example that if you go to a doctor and you have a fever and you got that fever because of cold, okay? So the doctor will give you hot medicines, okay? And another fellow who also got a fever and he again goes to the same doctor and the same doctor ascertains the reason and he finds that he got a fever because of hotness, okay? Then he will give him medicine, cold medicines. So both are having same disease, fever, but the medicines are different because the causes are different. Okay. So Acharya will say, when you are putting in 100% efforts and still you are not succeeding, then you will say that it all depends on destiny. Or he may say that it all depends on right time. You wait, have patience, right time will come. Don't lose hope. That's all. Now, if you are not putting in efforts, then he will say, you put in efforts, you're not putting the right efforts. You should study 16 hours a day. How many hours you're studying? So that fellow says, I'm studying only 4 hours. But then it will not happen. If you want to be a topper, you have to study 16 hours a day. Then you will get a top rank. So this is how the Acharya says, depending on the situation that you are in, then only they suggest a solution to that, So solution, yeah.
So when we're talking of this particular question of Purushat,
Yeah,
we have to look at all the five somewhere together
right,
in that
right,
equation.
right. Now,
Okay.
let's stop this topic here, because whatever you are asking, that is everything is given in that page number 441. It is only 4 pages only, you have to just read, And I would
Okay.
like you read it and you give me a feedback whether you have understood efforts or not. And not only Darshit ji, each and every one I would like to get an answer next week, not this week. Tomorrow we are again having a class. So I know that one day will not be sufficient, but over the weekends you can take time out. And it's a very, very interesting topic. And even after 20-25 years of study, people are not able to understand that thing. And they always have a doubt in their mind. I would give you an example. There is a doctor, very specialist doctor in UK. He is a orthopedic surgeon, and he's doing surgeries in government hospitals, and he's enough wealth and everything. And he is a very serious, I would say, swadhyay, studious, very studious. And he was also not able to understand this Purusharth. And he says that if everything is on destiny, then what is the role of efforts? And I don't know whatever reservations he had in his mind, but I also he could not make him understand. That is the fact, So it depends, like if the right time is not there, Marichi, even his grandfather was Tirthankar Rushabh Dev, and his father Bharat Chakravarti, he also went to liberation in the same birth. And his 99 brothers also got liberated in the same life. But still Marichi had different thing in his destiny, and he went in the wrong direction. So it all depends on the independent nature of each soul, So we are all different entities. Our efforts are different. Our ability is different. Our capacity is different. And ability, I would say, yogyata. Yogyata is also different. So we have different levels of rise of karmas also are different. So all this difference makes each individual a different entity. No two individuals will have the same kind of parameters in terms of karma or efforts or whatever you say, So it is like that. I think now you should study that page 441, 3-4 pages, and understand this. That will be a good homework for all of you. Okay. And just give me a feedback if you are able to understand it. And still, if you have questions, then we will discuss it next week. Okay. So this question will always be there even after 5 years also. If you are not understanding it right now, this question will remain. So you ask me any types after going through that 4 pages from 441 to 4, I think 446 maybe. This because this book is slightly less than the Hindi one. So in Hindi it is 4 pages. So this will be 5 or 6 pages, So just go through it and then give me a feedback. Okay. So this is what. Moreover, making efforts is also not under one's own control. It depends on destiny. Because one thinks of making various efforts, but not a single effort is seen materializing. Okay. So there are a lot of factors that governs your outcome, So we leave it to that. Now, you will be understanding about these 5 causes that we discussed just now in very detailed form in Krambat Paryay, which is your paper 2, and Vijalji is going to taught you. So there it will be covered in a elaborate manner. Now, what is this Kaktali Nyay? And if by Kaktali Nyay, anyone knows? Rajesh is there? She must be knowing. Subhaji, you know?
No, I don't know, sir. I'm hearing first time I'm hearing.
Oh, Shashikala ji, who knows about this? Anyone? Kaktalik Nyay is what? So it's just a coincidence. What kind of coincidence? I'll just relate to you, then you will be surprised that, oh, this can happen. So crow was standing on a branch of a tree, okay? And that branch got broke. And at the same time, the crow also flew. And there was something, some fruit coming from above the tree, right? It was all that fruit was also falling, and that crow opened the mouth, and that fruit fall into the mouth of crow. Now, so many things happening simultaneously, and you can just imagine the timing that the branch has to fall and the crow has to fly, and that fruit has to, because that fruit was ripe, so it has to fall off the tree, and it should come into the mouth of crow. So that is called Kaktalik Nyay. Kak means kawa, It's a Hindi term, and they have not given an English meaning here, but roughly it is coincidence, And if by coincidence the destiny be in accordance with one's objective, okay? So you read the whole paragraph, Rajeshri ji.
And if by Kakatya Nyay, the destiny be in accordance with one's objective, and the effort made be also in congruence with it, and by it, even if the objective be achieved, then some passion related to that objective may get mitigated, but there is no end to it. So, as long as the objective was not accomplished, till then only the passion related to that objective was persisting. And the moment the particular objective got fulfilled, at the same time, passion related to another objective gets generated. Even for a moment, he does not become free from anxiety. Just as someone was thinking ill of other and the other got harmed, then by becoming angry on some other person, he started wishing ill of him, or when his power was less, then he used to wish ill of the younger persons. And when his power increased, then he started wishing ill of elderly persons. Similarly, when the objective, which he wanted to accomplish through pride, deceit, greed, etc., gets accomplished, then he wishes to accomplish another objective by creating the feeling of pride, etc., in the other persons. When his power was less, he wanted to accomplish the smaller object. When his power increased, then the desire to accomplish bigger objective got originated. If there be any limitation of the objectives in his passion, then he may become happy by the accomplishment of the objective. But there is no limitation. Desire goes on increasing. The same is stated in Atmanushashan, meaning the pit of desires exists in each and every being. The beings, jivas, are the infinite times infinite in number. All of them are found having desires, and the magnitude of that well of desire is such that in that single pit, the whole universe appears to be just like an atom. Further, the universe is only one. Till here, in this instant, how much portion would fall in whose share. Hence, whatever desire of object one has, it is all worthless. The
Stop.
desire.
Stop. So I'll just do the markings. So we were discussing from the beginning itself today's class why the efforts that this person undergoes are all false. Okay, so we are finding the reasons. So the first one is the first paragraph. If these are fulfilled, means if desires are fulfilled, then by mitigation of passions, misery may come to an end and one may become happy. So that was the first point, the whole paragraph. Then we just discussed now Kaktalik Nyay, coincidence. Okay. So that was the second point. In the same paragraph, the fourth line, so long as the objective was not accomplished, till then only the passion related to that objective was persisting. Okay. So he has desire to get things accomplished according to his passion. Okay. So that we are discussing now. So first point, second point, this is the third point, so long as. Then the fourth point, same paragraph, sixth line from below, when his power was less, he wanted to accomplish the smaller objective. Okay. So this is the fourth one. When his power increased, then the desire to accomplish bigger objective got originated. Fifth one, if there be any limitation, next line means, if there be any limitation of the objective in his passions, then he may become happy by the accomplishment of that objective. But there is no limitation. Desire goes on increasing. The same is stated in Atmanusashan. So this is the fifth point. We are still continuing. So in Atmanusashan, the commentary, the book, the author of this book is Acharya Gunbhadra. Okay. So he has written this Atmanusashan. Atmanusashan means discipline of the soul. Okay. Anushasan means discipline and Atma ka Anusashan. So discipline of the soul. And commentary on this book has been written by Pandit Todarmal ji. So every now and then you will get references from this Atmanusashan. So this is an example taken from Atmanusashan, that the peat of desire. है ना? Peat means what? Gadda, hole, big hole. In Hindi, I think it is written Kua. Let me see. Asharupi Gadda. Okay. The pit of desire. So that Gadda is so big that even if you take the whole material available in the universe, still it will be a small atom in that big hole. So if we accumulate all the materials of this universe, it will be still an atom. So who will get how much of that share? It will never fulfill his desire. Okay. So desire of objects one has, it is all worthless because it's not going to fulfill, because all the material that is available is just a part, 1% of the whole desire. Okay. So this is the one reason. So now I'll give you one of the important lessons of this chapter that we will discuss in the conclusion. But since we are discussing desire in an elaborate manner, I would give 3 reasons that why the desire cannot be fulfilled. 2 points we have already covered, and third point will come in this chapter only, somewhere ahead. Okay. So the first one is that if one desire gets fulfilled, you are not still satisfied because there is another desire come up. So Darshiji, you had, when you were young, when you entered the business, your target was 10 lakhs. By the time you made wealth of 10 lakhs, your desire has increased. Now you want 1 crore. Now when you have 1 crore, you have desire of 100 crores. So it's not going to come to an end any time. Okay. So one desire is fulfilled, there is immediately a rise of another desire. Another desire fulfills, then you have another desire. So it never gets fulfilled. That is first reason. The second one is all the available material in the universe is just a one atom in that big hole, gadda. Okay. So who will get how much in share? Nothing. It can never get, you can never get satisfied with that share. That is the second reason. Third one is very important that will be discussed in the end of the chapter, but I'll just give you, explain you right now only, that when the material is there, no, when the desire is there, the material is not there. Okay. So, Rajeshri ji, you desire to have what you say, one of the best cars in the world. Which one is that? Say example.
Rolls Royce.
Rolls Royce. Okay, Rolls Royce. So Osho had 100 Rolls Royce, you know. So you desire to have a Rolls Royce. Okay. Now this is your desire. Now your wealth was not that much that you can afford right now, but over a period of 3-4 years, your fortune turned and you become very rich, and now you can afford to have a Rolls Royce. And so you ordered one car of Rolls Royce. The day you are going to get the delivery, the desire is not there. There was a call from the showroom that come and pick up your vehicle, it's ready. But you don't have that desire right now. So you're not very keen on going there and, you know, putting key on the car and starting that car, you know, nothing. Because the desire has gone. So there will always be a mismatch between the object of desire and the desire. Okay. That's why the enlightened souls, the one who understand this knowledge of scriptures, they never desire anything. Because how does it matter? I may desire something, but I should have that luck also, no? So the having any kind of desire is futile. And this desire is the chief cause of our misery. Only one cause, desire. And why this desire happens? Now give me the answer. What is the chief cause of this desire? Why the desire originates from time to time? Why you are not getting satisfaction? That is the another part of question. Why the desire arises and why you don't get satisfied? Same question, from two different perspectives, but the answer is same. So everywhere, even we also discussed earlier also. So when you manifest right belief, okay, and right knowledge, okay, then there is nothing in this universe that you feel good or bad. There is nothing good or nothing bad in this universe, any of the objects. Okay. Now, if you consider rain, okay, so a farmer would long for rain because he had sown the seeds. Now, if the rain comes, he will have a good crop. Okay. But at the same time, the same rain, the potter, he gets disturbed because his business will come to a halt, because during rainy season, the pot doesn't dry up. So how we will sell it? So same rain. Now we consider this example among two persons. Now the same person, okay? I'll take an example of recent example of Hardik Pandya. Okay. So Hardik Pandya is a cricketer, Indian cricketer, very famous cricketer. And he married, I don't remember the name of his wife, but she's not an Indian. She's she's from some other country, and she was a good model. Okay. So whatever, they contacted each other and they got going and they got married and they got a son. And now that same person, they both are hating each other and they took divorce. So same person, you are liking sometime and you're not liking sometime. So that person itself is not good or bad. That object itself is not good or bad. Depending on your auspicious or inauspicious karmas, you, you perceive that object to be good or bad. So it depends upon your understanding, upon your rise of karma, that you that you think something to be good and something to be bad. Okay, and the chief cause is the belief. So when you have the right belief and right knowledge, then you don't consider anything to be good or bad. Okay, and when you don't consider anything to be good or bad, desirable or undesirable, then you have the right conduct or the passionlessness, and that is the only way you can get rid of desires, because you will feel content, because there is something in the soul that will bring you content in your life. Okay, so you have to experience your soul to get rid of desires. Okay, so how you can be happy? By getting rid of the desire. How can I get rid of desires? By manifesting right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct. Okay, so this is the essence of this whole chapter 3. From different angles they have discussed, but the conclusion is this, that unless and until you manifest right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct, your miseries are not going to end and your happiness is not going to start. As simple. Okay, so this was the fifth reason, this was the fifth point, that why all the efforts are futile, why all the efforts are worthless. Okay, understood? Any questions on this?
So the fifth point is from page 77 to 78 last.
Right, not last, the first paragraph. Now the sixth point is coming up. The desire never gets accomplished. That is the sixth point and final point. Okay,
Okay,
then we
thank
will
you,
have
sir.
the conclusion. So now you read the sixth point, Priyanka ji. Unmute yourself. You are not. Okay, Subhaji, you read.
Sorry, sir, did you call my name?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, sir. No, sir, I'm right here. I thought like it was someone else.
Okay,
Sorry.
no. You start reading. No.
So from the desire never gets accomplished.
Yes.
The desire never gets accomplished. Hence, even on fulfillment of an objective, the misery does not come to an end. Or if one passion disappears, then immediately another passion crops up. For example, there may be many persons to beat one person. If one stops beating, then some other starts beating. Similarly, there are various types of passions to create misery to this jiva. And when anger is not there, then pride crops up. When pride is not there, then anger, etc. crop up. In this way, the existence of passion is always there. None is found without passion, even for a moment. Hence, even on meeting any purpose of any passion, how can the misery come to an end? And one's intention is to accomplish all purposes of all passions. If this happens, then he can be happy, but it can never happen. Therefore, physically, he always remains miserable. In this way, by fulfilling the objective of passions and ending the misery, he wants to be happy, but this means is also false.
So this is the end of 6th point. Okay, I think we have already discussed about this. So one desire is fulfilled, then another crops up, then another gets fulfilled, then another crops up. So Todarmalji gave this example somewhere, maybe in this chapter only. that, in Hindi we call it medak ko tolna. How you can weigh the frogs. The moment you keep two here and fetch the third one, the two goes away. So you can never be able to weight, ascertain the weight of a group of frog, group of frog. So that is like this, effort is like this. So desire never gets fulfilled. Then the amount of substances that is available in the universe is just a one atom of the whole. The whole is such big, and the material available is only one atom. So it cannot be fulfilled, right? Desire cannot be fulfilled. This is the second reason. And the third reason, what was the third reason, Priyanka ji?
So the passions, they keep on changing. Like if the anger goes,
No. The third reason was there is a mismatch between desire and the object. When the desire is there, the object is not there. And when the object is there, the desire is already gone. So there is no point in desiring anything in life. And you have seen in your practical life, in your circle, that those people who are bit, satisfied, they are the less, they are suffering, they are the least people who are suffering from miseries, they are always happy because they don't have desire, so that is not the actual eternal bliss, but still on a worldly basis, if we consider, then still they are quite happy, they are content. Jitna mila theek hai, jitna mila theek hai. And there are ambitious people that they want more, and their appetite never gets fulfilled, they want more. So these kind of people will never get satisfied. There's a very good story for this. It is already 9:37. Let's complete this, then I will tell you about this story. So let me finish in 2 minutes. Okay. So there was a king. He was the king of that kingdom, that particular city or country, and he was very famous that in his kingdom nobody was dissatisfied, and he used to go out in the night in a disguise and check with people that if anybody is not happy. So one day he was on his routine uh, uh, he was on his routine journey to find out if anyone is unhappy. So he found a shopkeeper and he was very worried, and the king was in disguise. So he asked him, why you are so worried? So he said that, I have ordered, it was something, I have ordered 1,000 blanket and nobody is buying. So king said, okay. So, so if your blankets get sold, you will be happy? I will be happy. So said, okay. So the next day the king ordered that whoever wants to meet me, bring blanket along with him. Okay. So his blanket started selling because those who want to meet king, they have to bring the blanket. And that was the only shop in that particular town. So his sales rose. So he was initially selling at 10 rupees, and then subsequently, because of the demand, then the next day he increased the price to 20 rupees. Still people were buying it because whoever wants to meet the king, they had to carry blankets. So then he gradually increased the price to 50 rupees. Okay. Then also people kept purchasing, and he had 1,000 blankets. So gradually everything got sold and there were only 50 left. So now he increased the price to 100 rupees. And still people were buying it, and ultimately everything got sold off. And the king went to the same place the next day, and that person was still worried. So then the king asked that you were having 1,000 blankets and everything got sold off. and that also at a very good price. You were selling it at 10 rupees, and the last price that you sold was 100 rupees. So why you are worried right now? So what would be the answer? Can anyone guess?
I had only 1,000 blankets. If I had many more, I would have got
Oh,
even.
he said that initially I sold it at 10 rupees. I would have quoted 100 rupees, you know.
Yeah.
So then the king realized that I cannot satisfy this person anytime. So there are some people like this. Whatever they get, they still are not satisfied. And there are some people who are always satisfied, you know. So it's just a common thing that I'm talking about. It's not something related to this religion, but here uh, uh, we are understanding the real eternal bliss, you know, that happiness, that permanent happiness, the happiness not coming from the money or objects or anything like that, you know. So this is the story. So the desire cannot never be fulfilled. That is the conclusion. Then what is the real remedy? Now is the conclusion. When through right belief and knowledge, correct faith and knowledge are acquired, then good and bad feelings get removed. So actually it will be uh, East Anist Buddhi Mite. In Hindi it is written East. East means desirable and Anist means undesirable. Okay. So desirable and undesirable feelings gets removed. So here it is written good and bad. It's almost the same meaning, but a correct good word would be desirable and desirable. So then there is nothing good or bad in this universe. If that gets removed, and by their strength, only the fruition of charitra moho gets reduced. So actually it will not be the fruition, but the potential or the power. Okay. And by their strength. So when he considers nothing to be good and nothing to be bad, then the power or the potential of charitra moh. Charitra moh is responsible for passions. Okay. So charitra moh karma gets reduced. Then the passion also gets reduced. When this happens, then passions are destroyed. Okay. And the misery caused by them may end. So the passion has been destroyed, the misery caused by them also comes to an end, and thereafter no objective remains. Thus, on being free from anxiety, one can be extremely happy. Okay, and anxiety was because of the desire. Okay, so this whole circle that you must understand very clearly. Okay, therefore right belief, etc. So etc would be what? Right knowledge, right conduct. Only these three are the solution to any problem in this universe, and this only Jain philosophy says this. Okay, right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct only are the true means of getting rid of this misery. So if you want to become happy, then you have to manifest right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct. And this is the answer everywhere. We will be discussing 8 karmas. We are on to now 3rd karma. Initially, we discussed Jnana Varna, then Dashna Varna, and this Monia is coming to end here. Then the next will be Antray karma. Okay. So what is the reasons for the misery? Due to the rise of certain karmas, and what would be the remedy. So in remedy, everywhere you will find this answer only, that right knowledge, right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct. Hope you have understood the whole logics. If you have any questions, we can discuss. Otherwise, we will move on to the next topic.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
So it may not be directly related to this, but just wanted to get your advice, like how to how to manage this. Like, you were talking about anxiety of caused by desire. So just relevant to that, like the other day, I was reading something, and
Mm-hmm.
AI, artificial intelligence, that's like all over now.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, that certain level of anxiety comes in,
Right.
that I don't know about this. The world is changing at such a rapid pace.
Right.
Like,
Right.
so, sir, this anxiety, there's not much of a desire. Like, I don't desire, like,
Mm-hmm.
like the wealth. We talked about the example of wealth. But
Okay.
sometimes this anxiety that comes in because of lack of knowledge, and the desire that comes, maybe we should learn about this so that we can sustain a, I don't know, like a practical living in next generations.
Yes.
So, sir,
Yes.
how to handle that?
The thing is that when you understand the nature of things, and when you understand the how the nature of things is manifesting, then you will be able to understand that whatever the chief cause of all our miseries is, that in the first place we don't have the right belief, right? So right belief is very important. So if you get the right belief that you are fearing because of AI, so because of AI the job might go away, right? That is what you fear, right?
The job, or like, like kids education, everything is like,
Whatever,
so
whatever. So,
yeah.
so, so by getting, when you have in this mind that I can be happy with wealth, then this fear will be there. But now when you know that happiness does not come from material objects, happiness does not come from wealth, happiness does not come from my reputation, happiness does not come from my being famous, happiness comes from the soul. This much only you have to take a decision. And you will see that there is no tension, no anxiety, nothing. ऐसा हो जाएगा तो भी ठीक है, ऐसा हो गया तो भी ठीक है, नहीं हुआ तो भी ठीक है. तो जिसको ऐसा, जिसका इंटेंशन है, जैसा इसका अंडरस्टैंडिंग है, एटीट्यूड है, who can make him unhappy? Nobody. So it is your own understanding, it is your own knowledge, it is your own belief, it is your own efforts that is going to make you happy. So you have to comprehend the things in right perspective. Now there is a rat race, that rat race of getting wealthy, wealthy, wealthy. So even Ambanis are not happy. They have so much of wealth, but they are not happy. Why they are not happy? Because they want more. Their desire has increased. Now they want to become number one in the universe. So they are number one. They may be number one in India, but now their objective is to get across the whole world. So now someone who was in number one, now he has come to two. Still he is unhappy because he was in one. Now he has a downfall. So this whole mundane existence, you will not find anyone happy with wealth, objects, uh, any material thing, whatever they possess, because happiness is the quality of the soul. And when you connect to your soul, the happiness flows, you don't have to do anything. So the right remedy would be to manifest right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct. Simple. All the problems, there is only one solution. 3 gems. Ratna Tray. Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gyan, Samyak Charitra. Okay. So you understand this. That's all.
Okay, sir.
Now, one more question I'm putting to you. Little bit of twist,
Yeah.
Now, if you are not ambitious, you will not be able to progress in your life. Correct? Because you will not have the desire to do better,
Yeah.
So, so now you have to strike a balance between the ambitiousness and the desire.
Yeah.
So then you are happy. So the person who are happy, they have strike a balance between their needs, their desires, balance between what they possess. So you have to make a balance. Now, I may desire that I may be as rich as Ambani, but how does it matter? My desiring will not bring that money to me. So I'll be always be unhappy because of that. So it
Yeah.
is better, whatever we have, let's be satisfied.
So, on this note, can I give like an example from like real life situation that happened?
Mhm,
So because of the classes that we've been doing for 1 year,
mhm.
recently, last month or the month ago, I had this one supervisory role.
Oh,
So there were interviews going on in my
sorry. I
team.
missed few
Yeah.
words, last few words. Please repeat.
Okay. So 2 months ago, sir, in
Mhm,
my team, there was a supervisory role
mhm,
opening up. So like, there were interviews going on.
mhm,
So I was a supervisor.
mhm,
Bless you. I was a supervisor when I was in the States.
mhm.
But here in Dubai, I'm not a supervisor. I'm on a senior post, but not supervisor.
Okay.
So there was an opportunity for
Mhm,
a supervisory role, which we've been asking for a few years now.
mhm.
But sir, उसमें apply नहीं किया मैंने.
Okay.
इच्छा ही नहीं थी.
हाँ.
So that desire was not there
Okay.
because, as sir you said, that balance came through.
Right.
Before, sir, I had that, I won't say competitive streak, but I would say like, okay, I have to get to the next level, like, so that we can move on to the next job. Profile pe acha dikhta hai, next job pe ye hoga. But
Mhm,
sir, now it was like I'm satisfied where I am. Um, I had a colleague of mine. She came to me and she asked me even like, I was
mhm,
surprised to know that you didn't apply for it,
mhm,
and you had some experience in that, so you would have gotten that role. So I was
mhm,
like, no, I'm okay. I think I
mhm.
have my priorities different, and I think I'm satisfied where I am.
Right.
But I think, like sir, right now what you said,
Mhm,
that kind of that feeling that I wasn't demotivated to continue doing my job,
mhm,
but at the same time there was no desire to like keep climbing up that
mhm,
ladder in the rat race.
mhm.
So thanks to Parmagam Honors again,
Yeah, yeah.
because I think
So
that
I'll just
clarity comes
analyze
through.
that your thoughts. I'll just analyze one. I would add one point to it, that with promotions there are extra responsibilities. Now, if you are putting say 8 hours on the job right now, so if you are promoted, then you have to put in more hours. So your family life will get disturbed. So there are
Yeah.
people here in India who are working and who are intelligent, and they might get a good job in Dubai or USA or whatever. Still they
Yeah.
are not going because they are happy, because हमारे घर के पास मंदिर है, हमारे घर में नौकर है, हमारे पास खर्चा कम है, हमारे पैसा इनफ है. Now that's how I left the business.
Yeah.
Being in a city like Mumbai, where there are lot of wealthy people staying nearby everywhere, and there is
Yeah.
into it. So I thought, ki my priority is this Tattva Gyan. So let's spend time on this. And I really enjoy reading this Jinwani. So I said, ki if I'm getting like this much is enough for me, I don't want more. So
Mm.
I decided that and I stopped it. And I never looked back after that. I never felt in my life anytime I repented for that what I have taken the decision. I'm always happy because I've taken the correct decision. I always feel, because even if I have 10 crores now or 100 crores now, at the end of the day, when I die, I'm going to leave it here only.
Mm.
And my present requirement is very less, and
Yeah.
that much I have. So why ask for more and spend time after that 12 hours a day? And not only that, even if you are a businessman, now you are at job. So the moment you get out of your office, you have stopped, your thoughts are stopped about those
Yeah.
jobs. But if you are a businessman, your thoughts goes always 24 hours it's running. ये भी
Yeah.
करना, वो भी करना है, ये रह गया, वो रह गया, ये, like so many thoughts. So that's all. It depends on you, how you take it, how you like. So you didn't apply for the promotion, so you are happy. So if you would have applied and if you would have not got it, then also you would feel depressed, you know.
Yes, sir, that also. And the other thought
There
I
are
had in
some
mind is,
partialities also going on in some offices, you know, somebody favors other and these politics and everything. So to get out of all these things, you'd be a happy person. Jitna,
that too, sir, that kashai, later on all that kashai will come through, like with the politics and partiality and management of other persons. I'm like, I'll do my own work, be
right.
my own self, and just do my job, leave 8 hours job. After 8 hours, don't worry about anything.
So I was into business, and then that business had some illegal component in that business. And I studied the scriptures, and I came to know that you get money according to your destiny, according to your punya karma, auspicious karma. By doing wrong things, on the contrary, you are binding new karmas, you know. So I thought, okay, let's leave this business because it's a illegal business. So the people involved in that business were also that kind of people only, immoral people. So every now and then you have to keep watch on them, whether they are doing some cheating or not. And you means it was very hard to believe on somebody in those business. So then I thought, okay, when I'm getting the money according to my karma, my punya karma, then how does it matter whether I leave this business and started something new business where there is no illegal things? So then I stopped that business, and in between there was a struggle also. And then I started the new business of financial advisory. I was an insurance agent, I was a mutual fund distributor, I was a mediclaim agent, and then I was into post office deposits and fixed deposit and other things, all financial instruments I was into, right? And there was no illegal thing. Everything was on by check only, and I used to get commission by check. So I was at very peace. And because of my auspicious karma, whatever I did that job, I did that business for 10 years, coming into Bombay from Kolkata, where I was born, you know. And in 10 years, whatever wealth I made, within the next 8 years, I made 300 times that wealth by doing legal business. So you see, such a good experience that when you go morally correct, when you do ethically what is correct, automatically the auspices come to you, and you get whatever you have desired that you get without entering into any of the wrong deeds. So it is like that. So you have to be, it's all about making the decision. It's all about it's all about your decision making power. So your decision not to go for promotion is, is because of that only, that you are satisfied today, you are happy today, you are able to pursue this study, you are able to understand this study. Even if you are here understanding this thing and you have done something wrong in the business today, right? You will still not be able to understand this thing, you know. Just because there is no clutter in your mind, you are able to comprehend these concepts. So it is like that. So any wrongdoing doesn't help in any way to anybody anytime. That is the final thing. दुनिया में कभी भी किसी के साथ कहीं भी अन्याय नहीं होता है, सब न्याय होता है. एवरीथिंग इज मतलब सही होता है सब जगह, you know. So then why do we indulge in wrong things, you know? So we should not indulge. That is the decision that we have to take from here, and that's all. You will your decision will guide your activities, your thoughts, your intention, your understanding, and this only will bring happiness in your life. So we end on this. Our time is over. So desire is the chief cause of all our kinds of miseries. And why desires cannot be fulfilled? I gave you 3 reasons. I would like you to go through it again. And now the last question, which we will discuss tomorrow, I'll just touch it. how many kinds of desires are there? So Todarmalji concluded this at the end of this chapter, that there are 4 kinds of desires. Okay, and that we'll discuss tomorrow. If you want the answer, I'll not give the answer right now, but when we'll come to the end of the chapter, but you just read it as a homework, page number 96. 4 kinds of desires. This you must read. And the one more page, 96, 97. Okay, this you must read today itself, and the page number 441 that you read over the weekend. And we will continue this discussion tomorrow with misery caused by the rise of Antray Karma. So far we have seen 3 karmas. Antray Karma is the 4th. It is the obstructive karma. And then we will move on to the 4 non-obstructive karmas like Vedniya, then Ayu, Ayu karma, and then Nam karma, and then Gotra karma. Okay, so this 4. So the most important one was this Monia karma. It's very important, and it was Totamalji has explained in detail. And this, if you understand this 2-3 pages, I think your major problem in life will get solved. Okay, so just read once again the Monia karma, whole of it, and I will just plan for Gandhar Mulyankan from this only, and I will see what questions I can put in or what topics I can give. Let's see. Okay. So hope everyone has given objectives, or still anyone is left over. I think paper.
Me, sir.
Which paper?
Last one. I'm yet
Last
stuck.
one. Okay.
I'm
So
yet stuck. I don't know. If I don't give, is it okay?
Why?
I'm yet stuck, sir. It's too much to read. I'm getting so frustrated. I'm
So
not able
so
to.
I'll suggest you one way. You don't do anything. You just open the question paper, see the question, and then find the answer from the textbook. It will take you
200 pages. So it's not a joke. 200 pages to find the answer.
Rajashri ji, let me help you on this. So I also could not complete Bara Bhavana and Dravya Sangra both. I did a bit of Bara Sangra. I'm telling you, because you have attended so many live lectures. See, not giving the paper is 0 marks. Giving the paper is some marks. And I feel you give the paper.
10 marks, I think.
Listen. You give the paper. You will have the objectives, right? You have to tick. You don't have to write an answer. So you already can start contemplating what it can be. And from whatever we have studied so far, general knowledge of whatever we have learned, you will be able to answer more than 50%. I did it that way. I went unprepared. I also didn't get chance to prepare. Because it was objective. They have given answers already. You have to select. So there is higher chance that you will find. Some answers you may find. If you have read before, you may know where it is. You can check. If something, 5-7 things you don't know, just attempt. I think you have.
I think 5 hours will be less for me. I think 5 hours will also be less for me to answer the paper.
This is one paper that if you see, most people have finished in less than 1.5 hours.
No, 35-36 minutes. Hats off to those people.
That is me. Because if you have not studied, you don't know where to look. Studied, you have 5 hours. You take 5 hours to check where is the answer, where is the answer. If you have not studied, where will you check? So don't worry. Try it. I am telling you, I gave it unprepared. I'm not saying that anybody should give it unprepared. But I did better in this paper than any paper I've given till date.
That is because of your grasping part is very good.
We have attended live class.
Rashid ji, most of the questions are general, in fact. Some questions are general, in fact.
Short paper is very general.
Yeah, that is that we are learning it for the 1.5 years. It is the same one has been repeating. Most of
Subhaji,
them
I
are
wish
very
I could do a Zoom call with you and then do the question answers.
Yeah,
And Rajesh,
yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't know whether it was Sasikala ji or Subhaji. One of the two actually gave the paper. First attempt, they got everything right. But in that contemplation and finding the answer correct from the book, they marked wrong answers eventually.
No, Subhaji got 50 upon 50. That's what
Okay.
I'll do Zoom call with her and try to get the
Do it. I think you
Oh,
will get
congratulations. Very good. If Subhaji
Yeah.
got it's very good.
Subhaji got 50 upon 50.
Yeah.
She was
Oh,
Thank-
very good.
Wow, very
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you, Ji.
very
And because then I remember Sasikala ji, she had that problem. Poor thing, she said that I wrote everything correct, and then I thought again and again and again, and then she went wrong.
Yeah, I also used to do like that in the previous time, but this
Here
this
there is, you
year
have
this
to
time.
select an answer. You don't have to think and write an answer. So you will find it. वो 4 ऑप्शन में से सोचो ना क्या हो सकता है. आपके ऑलरेडी
Yeah.
ऑप्शन लिमिट हो गए.
Three questions, 3 or 4 questions will be very general like that. Okay, we can do it very easy.
Try it.
So in any question paper, there are always 40% marks, which can even the less intelligent people can also answer. That level is always there. Then 40 marks are for the average people, and the 20 marks, last 20 marks is only for those people who are very intelligent.
For Subhaji.
So we don't want 50 marks. No, so just enjoy it. I will just say you just enjoy
Last
it.
20 marks are for
I
Aditi.
will share
Rajeshri
one more experience
Yeah.
of mine. So
I
I
yeah.
was a mutual fund distributor. So to get a certificate of mutual fund
Sir?
distributor, you have to give an exam. So I was attempting that exam, and I also not read like Aditi ji. So then I thought, what should I do? If I don't attempt the answers, then anyway I will fail. So I did all the guesswork, and luckily I got cleared, So that is the chance you have to take. So you have to
And
do
you are getting the support of all the people who have written the paper and they know the paper and they're telling you it is easy. So get your confidence.
that. Even if
Rajeshri, I've not done it too. So I think you and I, we should, even I have the same fear because these are the only two texts that I've not read. And I'm like, I'll carve out time to read and then appear. But
Yeah.
you have
I'm
attended
like, I
most of
want
the
to do it
classes you
tonight.
have attended, Priyanka ji. You have attended
Yes,
most.
attended all the classes. You will not.
Rajeshji, one personal question.
Yes.
Are you yet doing wealth management? You can
No.
advise me. You can advise me on wealth management.
I can advise you. I can give you the most correct advice, but in terms of professionally, I'm not doing anything. I've retired.
Okay,
So
then I'll
I'll
personally speak
give
with
you
you
the best
about it.
advice.
I
I will
will
give such
personally speak.
advice that you will get peace of mind. My advice
Yeah.
is such that peace of mind is more important to me than
Yeah.
getting more money,
Yeah.
So,
No, it's not more money, but
Yeah.
how to invest properly at this age. We
Right.
are at the tail end of our life. So
So I'll
we are,
just make you
Yeah.
understand one concept that
Yeah.
returns are according to the risks taken. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll give you my example. I am not invested any money in any risky asset, whether it is equity market, whether it is gold, nothing. My all investments are fixed. So I don't have any expectation. No expectation.
Okay. Gotcha.
So similarly, you have to plan because you are also now senior citizen, and you are not going to be very active in business. So we want peace of mind. So put it in fixed deposits, PPF, RBI bonds, post office. There are many instruments, and of course they are all taxable. But still, even if I get net 5%, I'm still happy because my expenses are not high.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank
So
you.
you have to plan according to your objective. Now, somebody wants to become a crorepati overnight, so he has to go and play Teen Patti,
Yeah. Gets enough.
So it's like that.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Chalo. निज निधि निज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना 7 बार है, उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना 7 बार है।